What is going on, FA Nation? Jon Impemba here with James Grande. Welcome into the Fantasy Alarm MLB DFS Playbook Preview Show. It is Tuesday here, Grande, which means we have a pretty big slate to go over. 12 games on this DraftKings main slate. Some pretty top-tier pitching to go over. Some notable names and some interesting price points. We'll go position by position, and we'll give you our core plays here at the end of the show. So if you're new, thank you for tuning in. Hit that like, that share, and subscribe button. If you're not new, thank you for tuning in here again. We appreciate the support. And as always, you can leave comments in the comment section. And Grande and I will talk to you guys throughout the day until we go live again at 5 p.m. Eastern time. Grande, Carlos Rodon is your top price starting pitcher here at $10,300. Hunter Green is $9,500. Christopher Sanchez also $9,500. Pablo Lopez and Freddie Peralta rounding out the 9K tier. Rodon has been
amazing,
really good.
Amazing,
good,
flat out amazing.
Good,
Yeah.
quite good.
Yeah.
The pitcher, you guys as you being a Yankees fan, had hoped they were going to be assigning last season, right?
Yep.
Yeah, every bit.
This is year 3.
3 years ago, right? Okay. Well, yeah. What do you have? The back in year 1 or something like that? Was it?
It was a lot of bad, and then the final the nail in the coffin was when nobody liked him. He blew the kiss to the fans.
Yes.
In Los Angeles, which, by the way, 7 scoreless, 10 Ks, demons gone, but he blew the kiss and then everyone's like, oh, another guy who can handle a big market.
Yeah.
Well,
he's home against Cleveland.
Handling a big market.
Yep, in a big market. Yeah, home in Cleveland. Cleveland, 25.1% strikeout rate against left-handed pitching, 10th highest in baseball. 223 batting average against left-handed pitching is 20th. Isolated power against left-handed pitching, they are 26th at 110. 279 WOBA against left-handed pitching is 24. So all of those numbers suggest they are very bad against southpaws. Now they're running up against one of the best lefties in baseball this year at $10,300. We go over this often on big slates, whether or not there's value in spending up at the position. You got a lot of big names up here. So Rodon, Hunter Green, Sanchez, Lopez, and Peralta. Rodon certainly in a spot here. What do you think about the rest of the group?
Yeah, I think it's 2 guys here for me. It's Rodon and Green. Not that I don't love those other names. Toronto has been really good against left-handed pitching lately. We've talked about this a lot.
Dude.
Yeah, Ernie Clement, Vladdy, Kirk, at Barzer's just homering every day. They have been as a lefty, they have been good. So I'm not saying Christopher Sanchez can't mow them down, but they don't strike out and they've been really good. So it just takes me to Rodon and Green. Green has obviously had a little bit of a shaky return rather, since coming back from the groin. The pitches are fine. The strikeouts obviously have been a little bit of a concern, and every count is just deep. And you had talked about the Royals not striking out. The Brewers don't either. They are very bad against right-handed pitching. Every category near the bottom of the league against right-handed pitching. So,
that was pre-Christian Yelich deciding to play baseball.
That was true. Christian Yelich is definitely good at baseball again, which is fun. And the Brewers are winning a lot as well.
Okay, last 2 weeks against right-handed pitching, just a 19% strikeout rate. Okay. 268 batting average is 8th highest. Isolated power number 9th best at 167. 346 WOBA is 5th best in baseball against right-handed pitching over the last 2 weeks for Milwaukee.
Interesting. Okay, then maybe it's just Rodon, because don't love the Sanchez spot and the elevated price. We had been getting a very good discount on him. Pablo, we love Pablo.
Your team Pablo here.
We are a pro Pablo podcast. Pro Pablo podcast. Say that 3 times fast,
Yeah.
Not the easiest draw the last couple games, having to pitch in Tampa and now in Sacramento.
Right.
Especially for a guy who throws a lot of fly balls. Pablo Lopez is a fly ball pitcher. That does not correlate great in minor league ballpark. So Is there a ceiling because the A's still aren't very good? There is. They can strike out a lot. They can. This seems to be just a very risky spot. And then Peralta, it's been a very up and down year for Freddie
Yeah.
Peralta.
The walks, man.
The walks, yeah, he doesn't go deep into games. You had said it, through 108 pitches and 5 innings. And that's a second straight start where he's gone over 100 pitches and hasn't sniffed the 6th inning.
They sent him back out in that inning too, to get to the 108 to finish the 5th. Like, he went out, I think, in the 4th at like 90 something pitches. Like, they just, obviously Cincinnati on the year, the numbers against right-handed pitching for 23% strikeout rate, 6th highest in baseball. But like, they have a lot of lefties in their lineup that can do damage. So strikeout rate aside, it's not an easy matchup. Then you add in the ballpark. I would still consider Hunter Green, just because I think in tournaments he has this in him, right? He has these elite.
Yes.
He was an elite pitcher before the injury. It wasn't an arm injury that like put him on the shelf. He just went and faced the Cubs and the Royals, right? So for tournaments, I'd still be willing to play Hunter Green. I agree with you, Carlos Rodon, far and away the next guy. Before we went live, you gave a shout to the next tier where Spencer Strider is $8,500. Strider has been okay in his starts since coming back from the Tommy John surgery. Made his return here against Toronto, then injured his hamstring. Came back, faced Washington, not great. Faced Philadelphia, 7 Ks. The walks got the better of him in that start. Only 1 hit allowed. All of them on the road. He's finally back at home, but now he draws Arizona. Corbin Carroll's in a bit of a slump. He's sitting like 140 over his last 10 games, but still not like the easiest of matchups. But Spencer Strider at his best is also one of the best pitchers in baseball. So do you play the elite pitcher in the price point, or what are we doing here with Strider?
Yeah, undeniably terrible spot. Undeniably great pitcher at full strength, right? So like how you kind of set this up was good, and that's why you're a good host.
Thanks.
Like, it is 100% just banking on pitcher at price, right? Because there's not a lot you're going to poke holes in the Arizona. They rank in the top 3 in literally every category against righties. Either first, second, third. There's no flaws in that offense against righties. So you're just betting on elite pitcher at price that he will never, ever sniff again. He will never be 8,500 again. If he has a start like Spencer Strider, this is the last time you'll see him, probably under $9,000.
Yeah, I said if we get a good Spencer Strider start, maybe the algorithms bump him to like 88 or 89 next time, and then it's like to the moon from there. But this is definitely probably the low point.
Yes.
If he has a good start, obviously. If he goes out and gets rocked by Arizona, sure, we take it all back. He probably will be cheaper or at the same level.
Yes.
But a good start for Strider, you'll never get him this cheap again. And I kind of singled him out because we have Tyler Mahle. We were unsure about him in that matchup against the White Sox last time. He took the mound. He got hit. He goes to face Toronto. 6 shutout innings. Strikeouts still really aren't there at $8,700. Now he's in Tampa Bay. Some concern certainly there with a bunch of lefties and some power bats in that lineup. McGill, a lot of strikeouts. Doesn't pitch deep into games. Gets to Dodgers. George Kirby, we were like, hey, maybe this is a spot for him. Pitch count, 80 pitches. Washington lit him up in his home ballpark. He gave it 3 homers. Baltimore, as much as we've picked on them, good numbers versus right-handed pitching. I know Kirby's back at home.
And
Gallen's been a gas can. Rasmussen's actually been pretty good. You got him at 77. So I don't know. This next tier has a lot of question marks to me. It might be Strider as a dart and then Rasmussen at home against Texas here. But even then, still pitching in a kind of a dangerous ballpark.
Yeah, and to your Baltimore point, Colton Cowser back on this slate as well. So he's activated. So just to add more length to the Baltimore lineup. It's not an appealing tier. I have been concerned with Kirby both starts. I haven't wavered there. Like the shoulder, it was a shoulder issue that kept him out a long time. And if you remember, like George Kirby's superpower was like control, right? Like he has immaculate control, and he's already walked 3 guys through 2 starts. I know, like on the surface, that doesn't seem like a lot, but the hits are piling up and the walks are piling up. Like those are 2 things that George Kirby was very good at pre-shoulder injury. And I'm not saying he's going to be this bad forever because he wasn't a great pitcher. It is something to consider. And that home ballpark doesn't seem like it's playing the same this year. I don't have the savant numbers.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just because Cal Raleigh is making their ballpark look a little small, but I'm going to look. Okay. Maybe there's something to this, John. T-Mobile Park in Seattle this year per Baseball Savant. Could you guess where it ranks in terms of home run for home runs?
Top 10?
Specific number.
6.
You good guessing son of a gun. 6. T-Mobile Park is...
Swear to God, I didn't look it up. That's just a straight guess.
You were probably very good at circling C on your exams or whatever. When you didn't know an answer in school.
If you had, you know what I was good at? And you had like the jar of gumballs, like how many gumballs are in here?
Okay.
Pretty good at that.
You could like look at it and just be like, yeah, like 72.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay. Well, a lot of home runs being hit there this year. It doesn't feel good. So, and the Rasmussen stuff, I mean, dude, the pitch count is just what it's going to be. Clear, like it is just never going any higher than this.
Capped him out at 86 this year, right? Like,
in his like worst start.
Yeah.
Like he must have been in like the middle of like a 14 pitch at bat, and that's the only reason he threw that many pitches because
3 straight starts of 6-inning shadow baseball.
Like, and that's great. And maybe it happens again. The last 2 came at home. So maybe he's like the next guy we get to. But yeah, I don't like this tier other than Strider.
Yeah, I mean, dude, the home splits are, he's had 8 home starts.
That's crazy.
2.14 ERA and a 196 batting average against. A lot of ground balls, obviously. Best way to keep the ball in the ballpark is to keep it on the ground. Doesn't obviously present a ton of strikeout upside, but if you're going to go shutout innings, especially on DraftKings, and your offense at home is going to carry you, you're going to get a fantasy point. So those would be the 2 targets for me. If you go down a little bit cheaper here, I don't know what route maybe at home 7,400. Where you go? Do you have a spot? I mean, like I think some of the 6K guys are interesting.
Agreed.
But like Shane Smith has good numbers, but I don't want to face Detroit at this point. Now that they're fully back.
No, yeah, they're
fully healthy. No. Again, Landon Rubb's been okay. You've kind of talked about San Diego's overall struggles. They are homes. It's a good home ballpark here.
Good ballpark, yeah.
And I mean, is this an opener or what is Bergen?
He has pitched in, I was looking it up today actually because I was doing some projections, and he has pitched as a starter in AAA. Okay.
I mean, you got to at least probably give the lean to San Francisco for like win equity here. For Landon Rubb. Right. So 7,400.
He misses bats too. He has like a pretty good strikeout rate.
Yeah. So like I said, we know that Tatis and Merrill and Sheets and all those guys can certainly do damage. They just haven't done it consistently enough. So you have Landon Rupp at home here. I have some interest in that.
Can we talk some of these 6K guys? Because I think there's a lot of intrigue here.
Yeah. Give me your first name.
Well, like I would probably play Yusei Kikuchi.
Okay.
Honestly, I might play both pitchers in this game. Kikuchi and Bayo. And not comfortably.
I was going to say.
Not comfortably. Neither.
Kikuchi's got 13 walks in his last...
Undoubtedly.
Granted, sorry, not to cut you off. The Yankees start. They were intentionally walking Aaron Judge every time
they
he was
were
up the plate.
walking and like pitching. Like the first was an intentional, and then like pitching around him too.
Yeah.
Like they were just like, nah, dude, you're
I'm man on first, no outs. They intentionally walked Aaron Judge.
It was the Garrett Cole to Devers, right? It was just like just go down to first.
Yeah, I'm not doing this. Yeah. I missed that this year, man. We're not going to get that. We're not going to get Garrett Cole.
Darn. So you're not wrong in terms of like uncomfortability, but nothing above was really that comfortable either. So like, why not save the money? Kikuchi, I don't want to jinx it, has fixed the home run problem.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah.
That has been an issue in the past.
Yep.
Boston's best home run threats are from the side that he does not allow any damage to, right? Like Devers, Duran.
How dare you? See what Romy Gonzalez and Rob Refsnyder did tonight?
Yes, I did. And Cedon Rafaela, he had a home run too. Good.
Anderson.
Good. I'm happy for all of them. Kikuchi has at least limited that damage. We know he can miss bats.
Yep. Agreed.
And then Bayo on the other side, another guy who he has been super shaky, like so shaky. Has not been able to pitch deep into games.
Well, his Milwaukee start was another instance of the team pulling him without him realizing he was on a pitch count.
Oh, okay. That's wonderful.
After the game, he's like, they did not tell me that I was on a 75 pitch count limit. And, classic Cora there. So he could have pitched deeper into that game and gotten the win or the quality start or whatever, but they pulled him at 75 because apparently they're wheel of randomness to steal from the Sirius XM show there when it comes to pitch counts. Okay. It's the same story. I put it in our chat earlier. The Angels, home runs or strikeouts.
There's two buckets, right? It's just two buckets
tonight. In the history of Fenway Park,
I saw this.
The first opponent to homer 3 times in the first inning. Never been done before.
Was this was a Nightingale tweet, right?
Might have been. I don't know. I think it was retweeted by Underdog as well or something like that. Now, if it is Nightingale, we really need to fact check it because that guy.
That's what. No, I know that, but that's what I think it was a Nightingale tweet.
Okay. He's always wrong. Almost, he's about the most wrong individual of all time.
Respectfully, he is not right very often.
It's not correct. But either way, go rewind to the live show from 5:00 today. We went over the starts that the Guardians pitchers had. We're like, hey, Luis Ortiz is good. Slade Ciccone gave up a bunch of home runs. Kevin Williams is great. Well, tonight Richard Fitz went out there and got pushed in. It's like all the home runs allowed to him. What happens with Bayo? Because Bayo's had problems with home runs in his career.
He also can miss bats at times.
At times.
And what's the Bayo problem always been? The lefties.
Yeah, lefty power.
Yoan Moncada just went on the IL. There ain't no lefties in there. Yeah. Shanuel and his noodle, as you always say, are not doing the ones doing the damage here.
True. Yeah, listen, you can. You can.
I feel as comfortable with these pitchers as I do with most of the guys $2,000 more than them.
Would you pitch Sawyer Gibson long?
He didn't go too deep into his last start.
Sure.
But it is a great spot. Like, and innings wasn't the issue. A pitch count more so. Like, he didn't throw a lot of pitches in his last start.
Yeah.
At AAA. So possibly. Okay. It's probably the best possible spot to make your debut against. So it's possible. I would also I don't know if I would go back to the Jacob Lopez but
well, you nailed that one. You were like, yeah, the Blue Jays are gonna rock this guy's world, and that's exactly what happened there.
Well, they're better than Minnesota against lefties, I'll tell you that.
Buxton's back.
That's true.
Correa's healthy. Like, the concussion twins out there are back in the lineup. So,
the bash into each other, brothers.
Yeah. What do we do with Sugano here? Another guy that obviously doesn't have a lot of strikeouts, but does pitch deeper into games.
He is absolutely serving up at least 2 home runs here. One to Cal, and then figure out who the second one is too. He gives it for a ground ball pitcher. He gives up a lot of home runs, dude.
We'll talk about a guy that's going to give up a lot of home runs here
That's
as we
fair.
go on to offense.
That's fair.
Catcher position, it's a huge slate. You'll find guys. Drake Baldwin, $4,300. Zach Gallen. Guys, Gallen's lost it, right? Like there were numbers that suggest that Gallen was gonna potentially have a bad year going into this year based off of some numbers last year. He's, thanks for your service. You know that pitching staff potentially lost Corbin Burns for an extended time. They had the MRI. Did we get the MRI results back today?
No, but there was some weird people tweeting that he obviously said he felt it like his arm's dead.
Yeah.
But apparently his agent said that it's just it's not actually that serious.
Okay. Well, I guess we'll find out. Either way, Gallen has been really bad. They don't really have anybody to call up and replace him with Erod on the IL and all these other guys. So Braves, I would venture to guess, are going to be a popular offense to stack here today. So hopefully they don't swerve us and give us another Murphy versus righty start when we're all geared up to play Baldwin the other day. Because certainly would go in that direction here. Jeffers versus Lopez at $3,700. If it is that ballpark. So, there's some power there for sure.
And he hits in a really good spot in their lineup too.
Yeah.
He's going to hit high in their lineup.
Agreed. Anything else? Tice maybe at 31.
Narvaez 35.
Narvaez.
Kirk 33. I know Christopher Sanchez is really good. Dude, Alejandro Kirk is really good. He's back. He's fully back. They're hitting him fourth.
David Fry is back, huh?
Yeah, he made his return the other day.
Not that we're gonna use him here, but
he does hit lefties.
Lefty power
does hit lefties.
Very, very much in his bag there. Obviously there's value.
Torrens, Alvarez, whoever catches against Kershaw.
Yep.
Kershaw still wasn't great the other day.
No. All right. First base, again, large slate here, so we'll do our best to speed this along. Bowden Francis gets the numbers against lefties, as we've gone over time and time again, are really bad. It did not pay off for us in his last start. He was able to hold down. Was it Seattle? I think it was at Bay. Who did he pitch against? What was
I don't think it was Seattle, but
the lefties that he
Texas.
Okay, right. Because Seager wasn't in the lineup that day.
Seager didn't play. It was Smith,
and Ozuna,
and Haim and Ozuna.
Yeah. So not your stars there. Now we'll see. I guess if Harper's in the lineup or not with the elbow. But we will be looking at least a couple of the lefties. Philly's entire outfield,
all of them.
All lefties, Schwarber included at DH there. So, Harper for sure would be a guy that we would look at. Matt Olson at home against Gallen at $5,100. Not to be overly repetitive here, but Phillies and Braves are going to be popular teams that we take a look at. What are your feelings on Rice, Goldschmidt against Bybee, Aranda versus Male here? All good with either of those plays?
I am good with every first baseman from O'Hearn up. Which is I'm sorry to be as boring as that, but tell me why I shouldn't like all those guys.
I agree with you. I mean, again, if you're just looking at maybe individual pitching matchups, maybe Vladdy's got the harder spot because we do think Sanchez is good. But I don't know. I don't know what version of Kershaw shows up anymore.
Well, again, Vladdy's super elite against lefties and has been raking. The whole Blue Jays lineup has,
Yes.
So
Yeah, like
even to that, like
Ernie's
it's
got
just
300 ISO.
dude, the graphic we were watching the game. He was on a graphic with Judge Schwarber, dude, and like then Ernie Clement's picture was there. I was like, what world are we living in that this is the graphic? But it was.
Things that don't fit together there. Wilmer versus Burgent guy that I definitely won't pronounce his name correctly. Burgert.
Burger. It's a tough
I added an N in his name and that doesn't exist. So
Burgert.
I think I called him Burgent. I don't know.
Burgent. I mean laundry detergent.
Yeah. Oh, Burgert. $4,400 there.
I bet you that G is gonna be like some silent, isn't it? Be like
burr hair.
It's gonna be something silent. We're gonna look it up just to get the.
Wilson Contreras against Lorenzen again. Lorenzen lefty split. St. Louis is gonna have a lot of lefties in their lineup, but Contreras is
Burgert. You're right, Burgert.
All right. Yandy's obviously always good here. I forgot.
Yeah, Jack
Attack, $3,500 first base outfield.
Dude, no time wasted. I saw the poll. I saw it
right
on
there. Not a poll. I just bought it.
Can't
see it. A little Jack 2024 auto.
I saw you posted. It's a great card.
Bought it last week, and it arrived today. So bought it pre. The cost of that card that I bought it for is already doubled on eBay.
That's
just what him being called out.
That's amazing.
It is. I'm not selling them. I'm keeping it.
Me and Sells and I got him for $22 in FSGA 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, he was drafted in my league.
Drafted in your league. Yeah, I mean, first off, love the first base outfield eligibility out of the chute. Obviously, they're playing him in the outfield, but he's also just a first baseman. So,
do they start him game one, or do they let him get like his?
Oh, he's playing every day.
Okay.
What is it going to be worse than what they have? He's had more home runs in AA and AAA than the whole Royals outfield has had all year.
I saw that. Did you see it was since May 12th? He had more homers than the entire Royals team.
I mean, what is the like? There's just no chance he doesn't play every day.
I would agree.
It's like the Nick Kurtz thing, right? Where the A's called him up. They're like, we're just playing him. We're letting him play. And then the Astros have done it with Cam Smith, right?
Yeah.
They didn't. And then they were like, actually, we should probably play this kid. And they're like, oh, wait. He's like a 900 OPS since we started playing him every day. That's crazy. So, yeah, he's going to play right away.
Palante doesn't miss bats. Only doesn't miss bats. % strikeout rate. 1.3 homers per 9.
It's all ground balls.
To lefties. 416 slug, 303 WOBA. So his stronger pitching split is against left-handed hitters. It's 287, 452, 358 the righties.
Yeah, he's been reverse splits the last couple of years. That was last year.
So too. Not like bingo spot for Jack here, but I'm curious what his ownership will be just for like the FOMO. And then we crapped on Romy, or I crapped on Romy about like his numbers against lefties this year actually not really being as strong. He had another great game. So, you want to play Romy Gonzalez, $3,500. You can certainly get to that one.
And you can play Kansas City as a stack because Caglione is outfield eligible. So you could play Pasquantino here and play Caglione in the outfield as well.
Yeah, I'm going to try to figure out how we pronounce this thing. Caglione.
Yeah, Caglione.
Caglione is what the pronunciation is.
Yeah.
Caglione. Doesn't spell that way, but that's how it sounds.
Caglione. It has the none.
Yeah.
It ends with none. It's Caglione.
Caglione.
Well, you could play him in the outfield and play Vinny Paz at first if you wanted to, and then obviously Witt. I think they're going to hit him he's hitting like fifth.
I mean, yeah, right?
Unless they did something where like we shed the Jonathan India leadoff stuff and we just moved to Bobby leadoff.
Yeah.
And like we hit him second or everyone just shifts up where Pasquantino hits second.
Got to be in the top
Albies
half.
third.
You can't call him up and hit him 7th.
No, he's hitting at the top half of the lineup for sure.
Agreed. Earned dog here, $2,900.
Dude,
mentioned just
absurd. He is raking, dude.
Absurd numbers, all against lefties. They just like ran into all. The Athletics threw 3 straight lefties at him: Lopez, Springs, and Sears.
Yep. And look at the runs.
Yeah, just smoked it.
Now, they did actually do a lot of the last game. Sears pitched kind of well, and they did like a lot of the damage against the bullpen.
Sure.
And I even think Earned Dog had a double against a righty. So, like, Earned Dog's just on fire right now.
Just feeling himself. And then Toro had a good game tonight.
Yep.
So,
yep.
Again, Red Sox, no namers are out there being productive. So,
yep.
Second base, Lau at home versus we'll get Lau and Low probably. Tampa Bay stack.
We'll get Lau. We'll get the Lau. We'll get the bash lows.
Yeah, I'm gonna see what the Molly splits are here. I mean, obviously the home ballpark just in general plays for the power for those guys. Dude, Molly has been light out against lefties.
Peripherals look good too.
Dude, 158 average, 208 slugging, 202 WOBA, and a 23% strikeout rate against lefties.
It's good.
Those are good numbers. Not giving up home runs to anybody. Only a 14% strikeout rate to righties. Still, though, 218, 286, 268 against righties.
I mean, dude, he's been good.
Is he?
What do we got? What do we got? XFIP. What do we got? Sierra. What's all the peripherals tell us? What's our BABIP tell us? Like what's our
164 ERA. His expected ERA is 381, so double basically. His FIP is 311. His XFIP is 424. His Sierra is 454.
Ooh, so we're
2% home run to fly ball rate.
Yeah, good ground ball rate.
Tampa Bay, 42% ground ball rate, 86% strand rate.
Righties have a 4.65 xFIP to righties, elevated fly ball rate to lefties. Weird stuff going on here. Tough to figure out.
I'll make a huge bold statement. Tampa Bay could get shut out or put 10 runs on the board in this game.
Yeah. Well, Tampa's had some big monster games lately, by the way.
I'm still high on these lefties for Tampa Bay, though, with Aranda and Lau and Lowe and all those guys. Still willing to play them in tournaments.
And Camaro's hitting home runs like every day, too.
Yeah. Yep. Let's see. What else did we have here? Stott, left side, Francis, 42. Jackson Holiday's 41. Let's see. Do we do Cody Clemens? He's a lefty, I guess.
Yeah,
no.
No Martinez. Willie Castro against Lopez in that ballpark. He's really good. You know who was really good the other day? DJ LeMahieu had 4 hits in a game.
Yeah. I went to a trading card show on Sunday.
Okay.
Where I picked up a really nice Yuri Perez out of 25 auto rookie card.
That's awesome.
But someone had for sale, it was a dual Yankee Stadium dirt card. It was dual autograph, and it had a little bag of like dirt from Yankee Stadium.
That's cool.
Signed Aaron Judge, and the other autograph was DJ LeMahieu. I was like, that card is ruined by having DJ LeMahieu as a second autograph on that card.
That feels tough.
Could have had like almost any other Yankee except for DJ there, and been like, yeah, this is a good card. Aaron Judge autograph and dirt from Yankee Stadium, and then the second player on that card is DJ LeMahieu.
Tough pill to swallow. It's tough pill to swallow.
Tough.
You can just play Earn Dog here.
Yeah, you play Ernie. Yeah. Probably play Colt Keith. Just play Detroit, right?
Yep.
Don't
need to play anything else.
I was gonna scroll.
Michael Massey is a corpse, but he's 2,300.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say just in case, big slate, just in case someone's hiding. I mean, Cole Young, 2,100.
It's true.
You gotta scroll on these big slates. Sometimes guys are just hiding down.
True.
Yeah,
that's true.
All right, third base. Ramirez gets Rodon. Devers gets Kikuchi. Not great spots for either of them,
but they're good.
Good. They're players. Obviously great players, always capable of doing anything they want. Austin Riley would probably be my first.
I forgot. This could be a Jazz return.
Okay.
I know Yankee Stadium though. Let's throw that there.
Yeah, torpedo bat, Yankee Stadium, Jazz Chisholm, all the good things. 5K. Riley would still probably be my first. Target there.
Yep.
You mentioned Caminero with his power in that ballpark. Max Muncy, I know McGill again has been good. Let me grab the tweet real quick. It was another one of those like, look what he's done since he's had glasses tweet. And the numbers are just hilarious. Where is it? All right. Since Max Muncy started wearing glasses on April 30th to help with his astigmatism, he has a 15.6% strikeout rate, a 164 WRC plus, and 7 homers.
How long do you think he's needed glasses?
Maybe his whole life.
You know? Like, how long do you think Max Muncy, how pissed do you think Max Muncy is?
We're now a full month into the glasses experiment with Max Muncy. He went all of May, and his strikeout rate went from 32% to 15%, and his WRC plus up to 164 from 59, and he had no homers, and now he has 7.
I don't understand.
All because he was blind.
Playing a sport where someone throws 100 and then 82 and it drops from your head to your toes.
Yeah. Anyways, $3,800 for him. I'll buy into the glasses narrative theory for sure.
Well, it might not be a theory. He just literally can see.
He just can actually see the ball. Obligatory Royce Lewis. Lopez was so bad. They
didn't even play him on the on the Monday slate.
I wouldn't play him either. He's been horrific.
He's been bad.
Honestly, he's probably should be sent down. He's not helping them.
Could use it. Yeah.
Call up. So when's our boy come back? When is
Miranda? What about Miranda?
Yeah, well, Miranda. Yeah. No, when does Keyshaw come back?
Oh, he's cooked,
right? Month?
He's on the 60 day.
Yeah, but he's got to be like a month out.
He had a broken forearm.
Yeah, and he finished the at bat. Actually, got hit by the pitch. I think he finished. He ran the bases. I think he scored a run.
He ran the bases. They took him out. Yeah, fractured wrist. All that.
Miguel Vargas. And we like Sawyer Gibson Long in the sense of value, but like I'd still go Miguel Vargas here. Barger was homering off lefties.
I mean, he's gonna homer. He homers every day.
I mean, listen, if you've watched this show, I've been showing you a Stat Savant page for a month.
You have.
So,
yep.
Probably doesn't homer versus Sanchez, but good.
He could.
Good. Certainly could.
He's live to do it.
Yeah, very live. A lot of power apparently in that guy's bat. They did call up Kobe Mayo again.
I'm happy for him.
He's $2,200.
So happy for him.
He's got to get traded to like Miami to be good or something like that. I don't know.
That's how you unlock as a prospect, how you become something. You go to Miami.
Exactly. All right, shortstop Ellie. This will be, he'll have 2 more games. I think he's going to run bereavement list after Wednesday. Give him Turner. Lindor just led off tonight's game with the homer.
He went really far.
Yeah. Bobby Witt, $5,500 against Plante.
That's the right split,
That's
by the way.
Right split side. Nato homered. Could be a homer day against Bayo at 52. Certainly in play there. Gunner, too cheap at 47 still. Jacob Wilson at home versus Pablo Lopez at 45.
Yep.
I'd play that for sure as well.
Josh Smith double dong the other day.
Yeah.
And, they took one back. I take it back. Yeah, it was called a lot of those home runs being like taken off the board this year, by the way.
I guess the only advantage to Texas is Rasmussen isn't going more than 6.
Yeah.
So
you get the bullpen.
You
I
get
don't even know
the
if that's.
bullpen.
I'd rather just play $3,700 Correa.
Yeah. Okay.
Against Jacob Lopez. Like I would
Sure.
just. I didn't realize Lopez v. Lopez battle here, huh?
Where?
But,
well, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Jacob.
Jacob.
I was looking for a hitter, Lopez. I could not find it. Trevor Story against Kikuchi. Story did not come through for us tonight. I mean, I guess if Mateo's in the lineup, there's stolen base equity there.
Yeah. Meadroth. I mean, we like Gibson Long, but he 2 hits again for Meadroth.
Yep.
Jorge Mateo, by the way, if he starts, he's just stealing bases again. Like,
I just said that. James.
Okay.
All
right. Let's not do. Let's don't. Don't go there. I'll get the James. I'll get the James tribe on your ass in the comments fast. Where's Richard at? Huh? James time, baby. Let's go.
When the hosts aren't listening, all right. Outfield. Aaron Judge is 65. Ohtani, Acuna at 62 against Gallen. Feels good. Buxton versus Lopez at 57. Schwarber gets Biden Francis. What do you think Schwarber's home run odds are tomorrow? Plus 180?
Probably. Definitely. Right? It's in the 100s.
Do you think he is the best homer odds on the slate tomorrow, DraftKings?
No, Aaron Judge exists.
You still think Judge?
Yeah, I think he's second.
Okay.
I think he is. I think on Ohtani and Judge will typically be 1 and 2.
Yeah.
But I think Schwarber is second on this slate.
Like, even with his last start, I still think he's allowing over 3 homers per 9 to lefties. Let's see.
It's definitely possible.
3.4 still. 3.4 homers per 9.
Dude, it's a lot of home runs.
617 slug, 405 WOBA.
It's a lot of home runs.
You know the run there. So Schwarber, who is, good still, 260s.
Great. This is great. God, it's great. It's great.
Back-to-back years of Kyle Schwarber figuring out how to hit for batting average, man.
It's crazy.
So yeah, obviously spots for that. You have Tatis. Josh Lowe being $5,200 is more expensive than I would have expected him to be.
More expensive than he should be.
Trout homered twice today, I think it was, or twice.
No, Adele homered twice.
Okay, Dell homered twice. Okay, Trout hit a ball very far though. That
it went on the Lansdowne.
Yeah, Lansdowne's behind the monster. Yep,
Lansdowne.
Cody Bellinger's 46. O'Hearn's 46. I'm not afraid of Cincinnati with the way Peralta's pitched. So if you wanted to go Friedel there, you could.
Yeah, he had 3 hits.
Your Detroit outfielders, right? Carpenter homered 3 times. Riley Green's 45. Meadows was under 4K. Is he still? 37 for Parker Meadows. Boy.
They're going to be They're going to be pretty popular on this one.
Yeah, they will. Yeah. All right, so that's Ref Snyder's 4K. Get there. Soderstrom against Pablo at 41 for power.
Yep.
Mentioned Carpenter already, 42. Anything else?
I already dropped down to.
That's fine. What's your value takes?
Value takes. I don't really have anything. If Ha-Seong's in the lineup, obviously we're playing him or giving him a shout.
Yeah.
Meadows is inevitably going to
play Meadows and Jack here, obviously.
1,000. Yeah, he's going to get so much ownership.
Philly, right? Kepler's 34. Marsh is 3K.
I think Brandon Marsh is my least favorite roster of all time.
Yeah. He's had a bad year, dude. It's just like he was
bad,
good,
dude. Yeah.
Kepler's got the power at least right now.
Kepler, I think you have to play Kepler up to 2.
Yeah.
So you find the $400 to get to Kepler.
Tautman's 3K.
Because you want to play the home runs against, like, Brandon Marsh is not going to say he's not, but like,
Kepler's got more power.
You're more likely to get the home run out of Kepler. Yep.
Agreed. Benintendi's 29. That's
Carlson.
Oh, dude,
24.
you're
Dylan
Dylan Carlson. Do you think he plays with Kauser back?
Can you take this? I mean, can the Orioles afford to take this? Anyone hitting out of the lineup?
Probably not. Honestly, probably not right now.
Because you could just play. Because isn't Mountcastle hurt?
Yes, that's why they have Mayo up.
So you could just play O'Hearn at first, and then play. They have Mullins, O'Neill, Laureano all on the IL. So you play Kauser, Carlson, and whoever else in the outfield, whether it's Kjerstad. Like, who would you rather play right now if you're Baltimore? Kjerstad or Carlson?
Yeah, Carlson.
You're playing Carlson, right? So if he's in the lineup, that's a free play.
Okay. That's it here. All right, let's get our core.
Come on, dude. What are you doing? You got to look all the way down. It's a big slate. You got to look.
I scrolled as far down as I could.
Come on, bro. David Schneider plays baseball today.
All right, so we're gonna do Kepler. We're gonna get our things in here. Kepler,
Rodon. Plug Rodon. Yeah, get him in there.
I agree with you.
Schwarbs.
Yeah, probably need Kyle Schwarber here, right?
Yeah, get Schwarbs.
All right. Baldwin. Where's our value coming from? Obviously, we have Kepler. Do we have another
Jack Caglione?
Do we have a cheap guy though? Clement 29. Do we just commit to that?
Or who's the Seattle kid?
Taylor. Yeah, Young rather. Yeah, Young 21. Yeah,
second base.
Good call there. Because I want to try to get some Braves. So like
Riley or Olsen. Okay. That's our core right there.
Yeah. All right. Rodon, Olsen, Young, Kepler, Schwarber is the core. Again, get in that Discord. You can join it by clicking the link in the description of the show. Or go to FantasyAlarm.com, sign up for a free account in your profile page. There'll be a link to the Discord. You can connect that way as well. We'll put the completed example lineup in our Discord for you guys to check out. And again, we'll be live again at 5 p.m. Eastern time. So leave your comments in the comment section. We appreciate all the support, everybody, and we'll catch you later.